Hi, I'm Jan Horváth from Oracle Labs. Today I'm excited to guide you through creating a Graal Cloud native application that connects seamlessly to the Oracle Autonomous Database. We will then deploy our application in Oracle Cloud, executing every step within VS Code. First things first, we need to install the Graal Cloud native extension pack. Also make sure you have an Oracle Cloud account set up and ready to go. We have a few more preparations: provisioning an Oracle Autonomous Database, populating the HR Oracle sample schema, creating an OCI vault, and setting up the Oracle engine for Kubernetes. These are foundational steps for our project. We will start by creating our Graal Cloud native application, then move on to generating entity classes and repository interfaces for accessing the data. We will conclude the development phase by creating REST endpoints. After completing the development, we will run the application locally to test its functionality by connecting to the REST endpoints. We will also discuss database connectivity and how the application retrieves its connection credentials. In the next section, we shift our focus to deployment in Oracle Cloud. We will create a DevOps project, which includes a source code repository, build and deploy pipelines, a container image repository, and application configuration. Let's dive in. First, we need to create a new GCN project. Select application as project type, use some reasonable name for the project. Select database service and Oracle transaction processing, as well as OCI Vault features. It's important to skip sample code for this project, as we will be creating our application from scratch. Okay, the project is created now, and we need to comment out a few lines in the configuration files, which we won't need there and can cause some errors. Now we need to set up a connection to Oracle Autonomous Database. Select compartment and choose a database with the HR schema. Enter the database credentials to connect. The connection will be used for features like code completion or generation of entity classes. Connect to a database and check the tables are in place. And let's start to generate the code. Create a package for entity classes. Let's call it domain. Create entities using new from template wizard. Select all tables. Once the classes have been created, we can examine the code and see fields with the proper annotations. For the repository interfaces, let's also create a new package called repository. Use the wizard and new from template. Select CRUD repository and all the entities. The CRUD repository interface offers many useful methods, such as find all or update. For the employee repository, let's create a custom finder method to locate employees whose salary is greater than a specified amount. Observe how code completion can be utilized in the editor for this task. The final piece we need to develop is a REST controller. The new from template wizard generates a comprehensive controller class, including a find all endpoint. But we must incorporate an endpoint for our custom finder method. Development is now complete. Thanks to our VS Code extensions, we barely had to write any code to create a comprehensive CRUD application. To run it, let's switch to the Micronaut activity and press the Run button. This command will automatically use the connection details from the Databases panel to set up the application's environment. We don't have to put connection details into config files manually. This happens seamlessly. For testing purposes, let's connect to the running application via the Endpoints panel. By clicking the right arrow, a REST call is generated which can be executed using the REST client extension. If you haven't installed it yet, follow the recommendation in the info box and click the Install button to proceed. Once the extension is ready, click on Send Request Code Lens. Now you can see the response. All employees from the HR database are listed. Let's proceed to test our custom find method. Click on the right arrow next to the endpoint, enter the desired minimum salary, and then click Send Request. In the response, you will see only the 2 highest paid employees. Stop the application and save the testing requests for later. We will use it while testing a cloud deployment. Now we can begin the deployment of our project to Oracle Cloud. First, we need to establish a DevOps project. Navigate to the OCI DevOps panel and click on Create OCI DevOps Project. Select the appropriate compartment and retain the suggested project name. This initiates a sophisticated command sequence that results in a fully operational DevOps project on Oracle Cloud. As a result, the application source code is transferred to a Git repository. A build pipeline is established to create a container image, and deployment pipeline is set up to deploy the image to Kubernetes. Additionally, it configures the necessary policies. Now let's trigger the newly created build pipeline to prepare the container image. Another step is to store the database connection credentials into the OCI Vault and configure the vault for the project in a config map. This is done by add to OCI Vault command in Databases panel. Select a compartment, desired vault, and enter the database credentials. The credentials are stored as secrets in the selected vault, and the ID of the vault is added to the config map artifact, so the running application knows where to retrieve them. This is shown in the diagram. All parts within the DevOps project are prepared for deployment. The container image has been built and the configuration has been set up in config map, alongside the Kubernetes deployment manifest. We can now deploy the application in the Kubernetes cluster by triggering the deploy pipeline. The diagram illustrates this perfectly. When the application starts up, it loads the external configuration from the config map and connects to the Autonomous database. The build pipeline finished successfully and we can test the app. Hit the Open in Browser button. This will create a port forward to the running pod and opens a link in a browser. We want to use the REST client for testing again, so we only copy the port number from the browser and return to VS Code. Open the requests file stored from the local testing, replace the port number, and run using the send request code lens. Alright, the application is now up and running in the cloud. Once again, this transition occurred seamlessly within VS Code, without any need for manual configuration. Thanks for watching.